We live.
Beautiful.
We live.
What the heck?
Beautiful.
Oh, that's me. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought that was me.
What's good, everybody? Happy Friday. Peace to the people, baby. Let's go. Peace to the people. It's a beautiful sunny day. Woo, look at that. Look at
Not
that.
over here.
That is beautiful. Oh, it's not?
not,
Oh.
not on the East Coast. We got a
Oh,
tropical storm coming up the coast.
oh man. Oh, that's tragic. Um, yeah, it's beautiful over here on the southwest, man. And 5:30 Mountain West time for me. It's 7:30 over there with my where my guy Gator is on in New York City. Um it's another beautiful sports show, man. We all love sports, man. And so I'm just happy to give the sports world another a show where we deliver the topics and they deliver the takes. So we'll give our voice channel on Discord a chance to populate for our first topic. What is our first topic going to be before we get to the news?
The
The
game last night.
reactions.
The game last night. Yeah.
So our first topic is going to be New York Giants 49ers reactions. So if you want to talk about that, get in the voice channels on our discords for go on main show. The instructions are in our IG story. Gators, give us the sports topics. Give us, excuse me, the sports news real quick.
Yeah,
Make
it's
it
actually
snap.
not
Make it
many.
snappy.
It's gonna be pretty snappy because there's not much news this week. Actually, we the last time we had a show was Monday. There hasn't been much news, but up until now, but some big news. So two major injuries. I'm sure you guys were aware on Monday. It actually happened during our live stream. Nick Chubb, season-ending dislocated knee. Yikes. And the Browns wound up signing Kareem Hunt to a 1-year, $4 million deal as his replacement. How do you think that's gonna go? Real quick, do you think he's gonna be the RB1 eventually, or do you think they just kind of brought in a veteran presence to sit behind Jerome Ford?
Um, it's a good question.
$4 million is a lot of money. He's gonna get his touches. I just don't know if it's. Are they gonna do? Are they gonna give it like? Is he the guy? Is he gonna be the guy?
Good question. Jerome Ford is definitely going to stay in the mix. We know that, right? Um, Kareem Hunt is definitely a gadget guy. I think the Browns were looking forward to Nick Chubb taking on that pass catching role for the first time in his career. They were going to allow him to do that this year. When you speak about the targets that Nick Chubb was getting from Deshaun Watson, showed that they were finally going to allow him to be a pass catching running back. And I think because that element is going, they don't trust Nick Chubb backup Jerome Ford to be the pass catching back. So because of that, they brought in a guy who obviously was in their system for the last 2 or 3 years, who knows how to catch the ball. And so I think they just added him for a really good pass catcher, and he's definitely going to get some handoffs as well.
Yeah, I picked Nick Chubb up on fantasy, so I'm hoping he gets. I mean, not Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. So I'm hoping he gets some catches, touches. But more injury news for your Dallas Cowboys, your NFC champs. I mean, it can't get worse for that defense. Besides maybe Micah Parsons getting hurt, but Trayvon Diggs is out for the year with an ACL injury that he had in practice.
Yeah.
That's
No,
rough. That's rough. The Cowboys can just never ever catch a break. That's bad. That's bad.
no to
Luckily,
that.
they picked up Stephon Gilmore, so I mean, it's not a replacement per se, but that defense was good last year without Stephon Gilmore. So if you could put him in that Trayvon Diggs role, but man, that's a major injury. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that more later in the show today in better detail. Looks like good news. Now we'll turn to good news. Saquon Barkley's injury doesn't appear as serious as everyone thought. he could actually be back next week. That's what they're saying. They said there was a potential. I don't know if that was just all talk, that they were really thinking about playing him last night, but just wasn't quite ready to go. Last piece of NFL news we got today is Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson, the two rookies, will miss week 3. Both Bryce Young's is an ankle injury, which I don't understand where he got that, because he finished the Saints game on a scoring drive. So I don't know kind of where he got that. It must have been a practice thing. I got to look a little into detail with that. But Anthony Richardson, concussion protocol. We talked about him a little last week. No concussion protocol. He'll be out week 3. He'll probably be back week 4. And it looks like Kelly Oubre is expected to sign with this is the only NBA news we have. He's about to sign with the Sixers. Give a NBA analyst, give a little quick.
No.
What do you mean no? That
Hey,
changed?
Kelly Oubre. It's Kelly Oubre. Like, he's an NBA player. I love NBA. He's a decent player.
No big deal.
I mean, come on, Sixers. It ain't moved the needle for the Sixers. If that's what you're trying to get out of me.
I'm not trying to get out of anything. I'm just saying, does it make them better or not? You think?
No,
a little, right? He's a good role player, no? Or not? I wouldn't say role player, but he could score off the bench. No,
he can do that.
Okay,
he can do that.
We'll get to our first topic of the day. Giants Niners reactions. I really wish Batman was here for this, and I wouldn't have gave him too much. I wouldn't have gave him too much slack, but. So what you think? I'll let you lead the way. What did you see in that game?
So what Gator is talking about, that he wished Batman was here. We have a regular on the show, calls himself Batman, who is a Giants fan, avid Giants fan. Gator here is an avid 49ers fan. And so they had a clash last night, Giants versus 49ers, and Batman was talking all that junk on Monday's show, and he's nowhere to be found today. Nowhere to be found. So that's real interesting.
He might tune in a little bit after the topic's done.
Might. Nowhere to be found. But
he'll come for the old school, new school, but he'll miss the Giants Niners reaction.
If I'm being completely honest, I'm gonna be completely honest, and I'm done. We can move on after you give your take on this. Look, populate this channel. If you want to get on this topic, make sure you come onto the Discord. Look, my honest take on this, on my Niners Giants reaction from last night, is that you might have a quarterback for the 49ers, man. You might have a quarterback.
He was shaky in the first quarter too. Very shaky.
To me, I didn't even see that as shaky. I didn't even see his play in the first half as shaky to me. You might have a quarterback in Brock Purdy. I'm starting to work my way to that. I want to be more patient, but my disdain in recent past with Brock Purdy not being, the guy for y'all, or not being good enough for y'all, or not even being a good quarterback in general. But last night, albeit the Giants, people understand that Giants defense got names all over the place. I want to say they had 5 Pro Bowlers last year on that defense. And then they just drafted Deontay Banks out of Illinois, who was one of the top corners in college football last year. And so it's just that defense actually came to play yesterday, with their defensive coordinator running the show.
They blitzed 84% of the time last night.
And that Giants defensive coordinator is a very respected defensive coordinator. And so I expected the Giants to defensively at least rattle Purdy a little bit. And actually more than a little bit. I actually expected them to do their number on Brock Purdy. And to see Brock Purdy not only because he was rattled, but a little bit. Like in the
In the
first half,
beginning, in the first quarter, the
in the
Giants
first in
dropped
the
2
first half,
interceptions on the first drive.
he was trying to figure out what they were doing schematically against
Yeah.
him. But once he figured it out, it was just like, oh, this guy is actually like Kyle
He
Shanahan,
makes the right read every time.
al-
Every time.
albeit the run game definitely helps him make reads out there. I'm not delusional to
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
But some of these reads though definitely be having me like, okay, okay. And one highlight, of course, that Debo Samuel's corner touchdown pass when he threw that, blanketed with defenders all over him, and just put it in the right spot for Debo in a one-on-one situation with the Giants cornerback. I was like, okay, okay, okay. That's my big takeaway from it. So I'm coming around to Brock Purdy is my big takeaway.
Yeah, I don't know where to begin with this one. The Giants the Giants stuck around. Their red zone defense played well last night. But the big takeaway for me was the total yards. Did you see what it wound up being? It looked like the Giants were hanging around, but the game was never really close. It felt close because they pulled between one score in the third at one point in the third quarter off a few Niner penalties, but it was never really close. The Niners won. The Niners had 441 total yards on offense to the Giants 150. 150. They only had that. It seemed a lot closer than that, but and the Niners scored 30 points and they kicked field goals. They scored 90 points and kicked field goals in the first half. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know with the Giants, man. They have a tough schedule. They played 2 juggernauts in the NFC, so I don't want to write them off yet. But I mean, those are the teams you're gonna have to beat in the playoffs, right? Like, and we're not even talking about Philly yet. Like, let's say the Giants can somehow win the games they're supposed to win, contest against those 500 teams, and somehow manage to squeak into the playoffs. How do they win a playoff game?
Well, they didn't have their
Saquon.
all pro.
Yeah.
They didn't have their all pro left tackle last night. That would have certainly helped. What's his
Yeah.
name? Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
All pro left tackle. That would have certainly helped.
Saquon.
And they didn't have a top 5 running back in the NFL in Saquon Barkley. That would have certainly helped also. So, and then Deontay Banks got knocked out. Their top corner got knocked out like some point middle of the third quarter. Or no, actually, he didn't even play the whole second half. Actually, he actually left towards the end of the second quarter and didn't play the whole second half. So let's give the Giants a chance to be completely healthy. Obviously, we understand how important the offensive line is, and to not have your top offensive line guy is important. Not to have Saquon Barkley, who's a big play away from getting you in field goal range and scoring distance, not in your backfield, and then you don't have your top corner. We'll see what happens with them.
Yeah, I think the Giants too were trying to blitz Purdy a lot to try to get him uncomfortable. They blitzed on 84% of his dropbacks last night, and during that time frame, Brock Purdy went 20 of 31 for 247 and 2 touchdowns. So it clearly didn't work. It didn't rattle him. It got him a little bit in the first half, but the Niners are so good at adjusting during the game. They always, for some reason, either their defense gets caved in on the first drive, or their defense looks shaky on the first drive, or their offense looks shaky on the first drive. And right after both teams' first possession, it's a completely different team. They see like one drive and they completely change the script. I mean, look at the Rams last week too. The Rams kind of got them in the second quarter a little bit too, but they went into halftime, came out. The Rams scored 3 total points in the second half. So the way this team makes adjustments. And the way, I'm sure Brock Purdy saw that blitz that first drive, was like, oh, okay. Kyle Shanahan probably spoke to him on the sidelines like, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. And he felt, after that first drive, he felt comfortable. I mean, and like you said, that throw in the corner of the end zone was amazing. There was a third down and like 11 he threw over over a linebacker's head to George Kittle on the corner. That was beautiful. His ball placement is really, really, really good, Brock Purdy. So stop that. Stop. We talking sports here. Um, damn, you killed me right now. And
You did that. I just had a facial expression, bro. But I know, look, and I like the point you made about, and let's move on. I like the point you made about how they're really good at adjusting, because what I see from them is that in every game script they come up with, they're the aggressors. Like, they are the aggressors. You can tell. You can tell that a lot of what they do well, both offensively and defensively, they stick to regardless who they play. You know how, like, a Bill Belichick, he changes the way he, you know, defends teams week
yeah,
to week,
and
because
halftime, and at halftime he flips the script as well.
Bill Belichick is so week to week when it comes down to preparation. Depending on the team is how you'll see his defense play. But the 49ers, they do what they do defensively. They wait, like you said, they're the aggressor. So they have no choice. When you're the aggressor, you have no choice but to take that first blow. Like, oh, okay, I see what y'all coming with. We got something for that. But every game right out the gate, what do? Go straight, get to the running game, get to these high volume throws, safe throws, high volume.
Then the play action.
Defensively, get to the quarterback. Like, it takes, like you said, Giants showing certain things for them to be like, oh, okay, for Kyle Shanahan to be like, oh, okay, I got something for that. And so yeah, both right. Moving on.
Our Cowboys are still the NFC favorites with the Trevon Diggs loss. I mean, you kind of gotta stick with them, but
Started off. You started on.
I don't have them as the favorites anyway. But man, this loss hurts. The biggest part of the Dallas defense is being able to just rush for and lean on Stephon Gilmore and Trayvon Diggs to just sit on islands with wide receivers. You know, they
No,
get
it's not. It's actually incumbent upon rushing more than 4, because you had a Diggs and a Stephon Gilmore in the back. Like, they were blitzing. They blitzed.
Yeah. The opposite of the Niners. Sorry, yeah, the opposite of the Niners. The Niners are the ones because they have a good defensive line. They blitz for and then they just hold everybody back. You could send more with the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. You're right. You're right. I got that confused. So because of that, it's a little different now. It's going to be a little different now. Their defense is still going to be good because it's still very similar to last year because they still have a lockdown corner. It's not like they don't have one now. They just lost one. They had two. They had two in Stephon, because Stephon Gilmore's been having a really good season as well. It looks like he's not prime Stephon Gilmore, but he's been playing very good football. So he's gonna take that. He's gonna take the Trayvon Diggs role, and I think he's gonna perform well. But man, like, I don't know. I don't know what to think about these Dallas Cowboys now, because I just think they're still gonna be very good. Like, they're still gonna be very good. That's not like season defining because of how good their defense is. But man, it's gonna look very right. It's gonna look a lot like the same as last year. Like, they're gonna have good games, but there's gonna be sometimes they're gonna get beat over the top a little bit more now. They just are. They're just gonna get beat. They're just gonna get beat a little more. Micah Parsons is gonna have to have a Defensive Player of the Year season for them to get to the Super Bowl now. They were right on par with the Niners to me, but now they're a bit under the radar. They might, and they still got to worry about winning the division as well. So I don't know. I don't know. It's a big loss. I might think of something else while you're talking, but like, in my eyes right now, it's just like, to me, it's just like last year. To me, their defense is gonna be the same as last year. No better, no worse.
Next man up. I say next man up.
Who is their next man up? Do you know?
It don't matter. It don't matter. Dan Quinn scheming it up is huge for this team. We got to understand that Dan Quinn is one of the best defensive coordinators in the National Football League. He's probably top 3. There's probably only 2 DCs you can name better than Dan Quinn. So we got to remember that. Like
I agree. He brought the Falcons to the Super Bowl.
Everybody's panicking and had their defense looking really good.
Yeah, they were. They were.
With what, about 2 or 3 like key guys. But
now that if you think about it though, who those players turned into, it looked like they were gonna have 2-3 key guys for a while, like Deion Jones and Keanu Neal. They turned out to be nobodies. So it's Grady Jarrett, and that was it. That was it.
With that team, with this Dallas team, he has truly turned Joes into formidable players, like legitimate, formidable defensive guys in this defense. And the way he schemes it up, the way he draws it up, the way he plans it out, when he, team by team, week by week, I have no doubt that he's still going to be able to coach his butt off on that end. So let's understand that. Let's understand that we're still going to see great plays being made by the Dallas Cowboys defense because they have one of the best defensive coordinators on their side. Cool. We understand that. Now we just talk about how the ceiling of the defense now. What's the actual ceiling say because of this loss? I say, and that brought me to my point of next man up, because I heard somebody once say, everybody want to be the man until it's time to perform. The dude sitting behind Trayvon Diggs only getting 5-10 snaps a game because Trayvon Diggs is ahead of them. I'm sure in their mind, in their head,
I think maybe less. I don't think he's ever stepped. Trayvon Diggs, I think, plays 100% of the snaps.
Probably does, because he just got that big contract. So they like, shoot, you out there. So the dude that's behind Diggs, I know in your mind,
waiting for his time.
You like, man, I'm the man. Everybody want to be the man until it's time to go out there. And we gonna see if you was behind Diggs actually staying ready, staying prepared, because Dan Quinn is going to coach you up. He's going to put you in the right spots to make the plays. When the ball gets, because they're going to test you, whoever you are, they're going to test you. I think Dan Quinn is going to proceed as normal, meaning still keep his blitz packages, still be a heavy blitzing team, still try to get to the quarterback. He's going to still try to be an aggressive defense, and that's going to force teams to try that new guy, whoever he is. They're gonna try you, dog. And guess what? Dan Quinn is gonna have you in the right spot to make the plays or not make the plays. What you gonna do? And I feel like he gonna answer the call. Whoever you are, I don't even know who Trayvon Diggs' backup is. I feel as though keep Stephon Gilmore in his role, like on that side of the field that he was on, with the twos, with the wide receiver twos, because that is where he's most effective. He is most effective. Seriously, Stephon Gilmore, in the only 2 games that we've seen him play, he's playing like an all-pro. He's playing like a top 5 cornerback in the National Football League right now. The last couple, 2-3 years, we couldn't say that about Stephon Gilmore. This year, he is playing like a top dog right now.
Yeah, he is.
I think you keep him in his role. Keep him there. He's wilding. Don't enhance that, because that enhanced role, that number 1 corner role, is the reason for the slippage, is the reason why last 2 seasons he wasn't all that. Keep him in his role. guard number twos and just put a little more attention to those number ones that you're gonna have to deal with, and see if the dude that was behind Diggs is ready. Is shoot. Let's see. Let's see.
Are they
That's it.
still at? Are you? Do you still think they're NFC favorites?
Um,
And that doesn't have to change your pick. If you could pick an underdog, you know, are they the favorites though? The
I
fact
mean,
that
my
we have to think about this, that's what makes that loss so tough. It's like, damn, they were so good, man. That
yeah,
that loss, that's rough. That's rough.
I'm gonna keep the Dallas Mavericks,
Oh
the
no,
Dallas Cowboys, and I'm gonna keep the Dallas Cowboys in their position as the favorite in the NFC. These first two games, they deserve to be the favorite from what we've seen of them these first two games. Albeit the 49ers also looked really good, but the Cowboys just looked a little bit more impressive just by the way in which they are going about dominating these teams. So I'm going to keep them as a favorite, yes.
huge matchup in 2 weeks. You saw it on the schedule, right?
Who is it?
Dallas is going into San Francisco on Sunday Night Football, Week 5.
That's fun.
That's a lot of fun. They're both about to be 4-0. The Niners on the schedule have Arizona next week. Dallas has Arizona this week. Pray for Arizona. Dallas and San Francisco back to back, and then Dallas has, who does Dallas have next week? It's an easy team, so both teams should be 4-0. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I didn't have the Dallas Cowboys as favorites anyway, so I'm not going to say they are the favorites. To me now, it's, are they the favorites in the NFC East? That's the mindset that I'm having, and I would still say they are. I think they're a little bit better than the Eagles. Something about the Eagles this year, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a new offense coordinator, something just doesn't feel right with them early in the season. Maybe they'll change my mind over the next couple of weeks, but I didn't think they were that impressive against Minnesota. So I still got Dallas as the favorites in the NFC East. And man, did I tell you about those Giants being last in the NFC East? Everybody told me I was crazy. Everyone told me I was crazy putting Washington ahead of them. They're 2-0. They're 2-0.
Pick
So
looking good.
Sam
That's looking
Howell
good.
Sam Howell looked very good against Denver last week against a good Denver defense. So
Oh yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good.
anything else
Can't
you
lie.
want say talk about the Cowboys?
No, I'm good.
This is a fun one. Colorado versus Oregon. 21-point underdogs. Is it disrespectful? I'll let you talk about Coach Brown first. Is it disrespectful? 11 versus an 18.
I tried to go on FanDuel betting app this morning. I tried to go click on Colorado.
Money line. Tell me money line.
I tried to click on where it says alternate spread. Tried to change the spread from minus 21. Excuse me, from plus 21. I tried to change Colorado's spread from plus 21 from the 21-point underdogs that they are. I tried to change it to minus 20. I really tried to change it to Colorado being the team that blows them out, and ooh, they know better not to open up that floodgate, because that would be what? How much money? I mean,
A
if
lot of money.
yeah, that just would be a high, So a lot of money if I'm able to change the spread from to make the Colorado Buffs 21-point
You don't
favorites.
like Bo Nix, huh?
And it's not that I don't like Bo Nix. It's just that I've been watching college football for a long time. And there's something about momentum that works in college football. It is. I remember when Lamar Jackson went to Florida State I will never forget it. Went to Florida State and absolute, like, they were the underdogs. I want to say by double digits. Um, and they went in there, and Florida State was highly, highly ranked that year in that game. They obliterated Florida State in that game. Absolutely obliterated them. And there are so many examples of that happening where a team has momentum behind them. They got a great quarterback. For whatever, like they're just juiced this year. And that year, whatever year it is. And
They were number 2. Florida State was number 2 ranked that year. And they beat them by
exactly.
43.
And they exactly. And going into that game,
I don't know what
I don't want
the line was. I don't have the line, but Louisville was 10th ranked, so I don't know if it would have been 21, but it was probably double digits.
it was high though. It was high.
Probably double
It wasn't
digits, yeah.
it was double digits. And I say that to say so many examples like that though. You know, where Cam Newton, when he came to Auburn hadn't won anything in forever. Like they were always like sort of formidable in the SEC, but they never was actually competing for SEC championships like in the last decade before Cam Newton got there. And when Cam got there, momentum struck. Momentum struck. And he did the darn thing. So, I will not be surprised with this team because I've seen it so many times. Great quarterback in Shador. This is the Shador right here. The Shador. Great quarterback in Shador. And you seen when DJ Khaled did that?
No,
He got on his Instagram. He was like, "This is called the Shador." He had his watch. This is the Shador. DJ Khaled always
yeah.
making up new slogans for everybody to say. This is the Shador. And they really truly do have an amazing quarterback, and they have the coaching staff and the momentum. They went through the adversity already. Everybody had them as 21-point underdogs against TCU, and then they go, oh, Nebraska's defense is better than TCU, and then they whip on Nebraska, and then Colorado State, a rivalry game with so much fuel. You see how the Colorado boys was playing out there. I am a true believer in momentum as to why that game was close. Big time rivalry game. And they got the adversity on their side. They got the quarterback. They got the coaching staff. They got the momentum. I will not be surprised if tomorrow we see a blowout. And I'm talking about in favor of Colorado, not Oregon.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, King.
Nope.
I think Oregon not only wins the game, but they cover. Trayvon Hunter, or Travis Hunter. It's huge. It's a huge loss. Like I don't think people realize that's Shador's guy. Like that is a huge loss.
Weaver is actually Shador's number one target and truly his breadbasket wide receiver.
Okay.
But Travis Hunter is his big play guy that he looks for big plays. But Weaver is his guy.
Yeah, but they think they're gonna miss his playmaking. I think they're gonna miss him on defense. I've never seen in my life a fan base storm the field beating a team they were 21-point favorites by. And I kind of wanted to touch on that last week. The Colorado State game, I know it's a rivalry. I understand that and stuff happens. But
yep. But don't go there. Because
look at Oregon. Oregon didn't lose yet? Oregon's been blowing teams out.
I'm saying, look who they played and they barely beat. Go ahead, keep talking.
This year?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up while you keep talking.
21-point favorites at home against Colorado State. They should have lost that game. If the Colorado State coach had a little more balls, They should have lost the game. They punted a 4th and 1. Really punted a 4th and 1 at the 50-yard line up 8. They should have slammed it down their throat, got the
Hey,
first down and win the game. But whatever, it's football. They come back.
Unranked Texas Tech, and who is currently 1-2 right now. Texas Tech is.
Texas Tech's a lot better of a football team than Colorado State, King.
It's not about. Are they?
They gotta be.
Like,
Just
I
player wise and
don't know that.
recruit wise.
Let's
They gotta be.
Texas Tech. Oh, wait. So let me ask you this: Is Wyoming better than Colorado State? Wyoming.
Probably not much though.
Probably, but not much though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Texas Tech lost to that team as well this season, by the way. So I mean, I don't know who this Texas Tech. Obviously, this Texas Tech team this season.
No, you're right. You're right.
It's not high.
You're right. One thing we know about sports, right, is 1 + 1 never equals 2. Like we know that. Just because one team beat one team and one team struggled against another team, that doesn't really mean anything. You are 100% right. That it's out the window when you step onto the football field. I just don't think this is. I think the big Listen, I don't think Colorado's beat anyone yet, so I can't sit here and think that they're gonna go into this.
But TCU been dogging teams since. TCU been balling since the Colorado game. So I can't go there with you neither.
Went toe for toe with TCU. TCU's got a lethal offense, bad defense. I could see why Colorado could have won that game. Who, TCU or Colorado?
I said Colorado hasn't beaten anyone.
Yeah, that's like a game. That's a game that Colorado could win though. When a team, because the best part of Colorado's gonna score. Let's not. Colorado's gonna score. So is Oregon. I just don't think Colorado's offense is going to be consistent enough. And I think the line is that high they know something. The odds makers know something. That's not like that's a big line. Everybody and their mother is gonna be on Colorado tomorrow.
They do something with TCU. They thought they
That's week one. That's week one. They didn't know.
They thought they knew something against Colorado State when Colorado State.
They didn't know any better week one. They didn't know any better week one.
Okay, let's talk about week 2 and week 3. Week 2, it was only like a 2 or 3 point under favorite for the Buffs. And what happened? They blew Nebraska out.
Correct.
Week 3 against Colorado State. They were big favorites against Colorado State. It was a close game. They don't know right now with this Colorado
They don't know what's going to happen.
They genuinely don't know. With this Colorado team, I believe that Vegas just genuinely just
Let me ask you a question. Do you think they can beat USC? I want to know how high are you on them? Are they a top 10 team to you?
I'm high on momentum. And they got all the momentum in the world. And I watch their social media. They have a YouTube channel. Deion Sanders' son, Deion Sanders Jr., he doesn't play football. He's the cameraman. He has his own YouTube channel. I want to say it's called Well Off Media, I believe. I watch every episode. And we get that inside coverage of Deion talking to his team, Deion preparing for the next team, Deion on the field and in the film room with the team for team meetings and such. The way that he strikes nerves in these players is the absolute perfect fit for college football. Might not work in the NFL because guys like in the NFL, they are really, really good. So it don't matter if you strike a nerve in a guy and he go out there and play against Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa or TJ Watt or Aaron Donald. It don't matter what nerve you got in you. You just probably ain't going to be good enough. In college football, though, where you have 90% of somebody's team, 90+% of this Oregon's roster is not going to ever play a down in the NFL. And when you're dealing with a situation like that, and you have a coach who is able to strike nerves in players and get them to play above what their ability says they have, or just get them to play to their potential like he can, these sort of things can happen. So I'm all in on momentum. I believe that they win tomorrow convincingly, and that it's going to be a tight game in USC. I don't want to make my prediction on that yet. I want to watch the Monday through Friday YouTube channel show that they have on YouTube before I make that prediction on that. But I am prediction a big win for CU tomorrow. And yes, I do believe they can beat USC to answer your question.
They know they do know they did beat TCU on the road, so they know how to win on the road. So I don't think the environment's gonna be. I just think Oregon's a better football team than them. I know they haven't blown people out. They're still winning by 20 plus, but I know they've been struggling defensively. That's why I like the over in the game. But I think
High over. That's a high over. That is a high over.
yeah, I think the over is like 70 something. And
Let's
that's
do
the
70.
only reason why I think Oregon can cover, because I think they're going to go back and forth, but I think Oregon's defense is just a little bit better than Colorado's, and they're going to get some stops, and just Colorado is never going to stop that football team. I don't feel like this weekend. Their defense hasn't shown me a damn thing yet. Nebraska is bad. The offense has been. Nebraska is a terrible football program right now. That's the only reason they looked relatively good against Colorado. That they have not proven to me that they can stop anybody yet. Colorado State looked explosive against them. TCU put up 40. Thank God for Shador, because they should have lost that game if it wasn't for how good Shador. Like, we got to really realize what he's doing out here. Heisman hopeful, like, he's really a contender for the Heisman. Like, no one from Colorado ever had that type of big playability like him. Like, we really got to get him and that offense right now are putting that team on their back. Literally on their back, because you cannot allow Colorado State to score 35 on you at home. I don't care what the scenario is. He bailed them out last night.
It's college football. I don't like having those kind of takes when it's college football, because like I said, about 98% of Colorado State's player will never play it down on Sunday, and about
No, you're right.
Like 98% of like 96% of Colorado's current players are not going to play it down in the NFL. So I hate that. I hate those kind of takes when it comes down to college football, because college football, that's why college football is so exciting. That's why it's so
Of course, but normally
but the NFL, these are valid takes for the NFL, valid takes, because now you have the best of the best on every roster. And so these are valid points for the NFL, but for college football, I just don't think those are valid points.
Where I'll disagree with you there is, if you want to be a top 10 team in college football like Colorado is aiming to be, and you get to play somebody where you're a 21 point favorite, most of the time you blow the team out. I'm not saying you cover. I'm not saying they cover, but most of the time they're going to win by double digits plus. Most of the time. Because if we're talking about the top tier, top 10 teams in college football, like the Gators are playing Charlotte. The Gators are playing Charlotte this weekend. The Gators are supposed to blow that team out. It's the same type of deal with Colorado and Colorado State.
No, it's not. It's not the same deal. I'm continuing to lean on momentum. You mean like this dude took a shot at Dion, and Dion magnified that shot to the umpteenth degree. I mean, this guy was on ESPN's First Take giving
What
out
guy? What guy?
The head coach for Colorado State, Norvell. Norvell said, "Oh, when
do you think that worked though? They struggled.
When I talk to men, no, this is my point though. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting it all out. When Norvell, Colorado State's head coach, said, "When I talk to men, I take off my hat and sunglasses."
Yeah, I remember that.
He told it to his team. He went to his team. This is why I watch their YouTube channel that they post every day.
No, I remember that. I saw that. I thought you meant Oregon.
On social media, but I saw the extended version, and went to his team and told him straight up, what's up? Like, what happened? This was going to be a regular, good old matchup between Colorado and Colorado State. This was just going to be a good game. This was going to be it was just going to be just valid. And then, of course, they got to take a shot. And so he took it from that, telling his players that, to just blowing it up completely, giving all of his players and broadcasting it. Like, you got to understand, these kids on Colorado State see this stuff. So he's broadcasting
That was
himself
Colorado
giving
State Super Bowl.
he's broadcasting himself giving his team all the players on his team sunglasses. Goes on ESPN's First Take, give them sunglasses while they do the First Take segment with Deion Sanders. He goes on the Pat McAfee show, ESPN's Pat McAfee show, and gives the whole crew sunglasses. He's all on social media like they're constantly repeating and asking him about it. Talking about what this guy said, to me. What it was on Fox Sports Undisputed First Take, like just all over the place on all of the Fox Sports TV sports shows, on all of the ESPN sports shows, Monday to the evening. What this guy Norvell said about Deion. The players see that stuff, man. Not only it's a rivalry, you're talking about genuine. You talk about momentum at its purest form. In college football, momentum is astounding to have. And when you talk about Lil Wayne walking out Deion Sanders to that game with the live performance, Dwayne The Rock Johnson being there, and that's just to name a few. Like there was so many celebs at that game, and so it was a lot, dog. And so when you talk about momentum, dude, the way Colorado came out, not only that they prepared well. So when you talk about all that stuff, that makes for a close game without a doubt. I don't care who it was. This was just the perfect stage for a great football game, and I don't take whole Colorado to none of that stuff. Deion put that on his team. He put that pressure on his players to come out and perform that day. He put that he gave Colorado State that momentum to be like, all right, they talking crazy. Like, momentum.
If they win this game, I don't care what happens the rest of the season. I'm a believer.
Absolutely.
My thought on it though is I really truly think, and my takes lately have been very good. Like the way they turn out, I have a feeling Colorado is going to have a rude awakening in the next couple of weeks. Like welcome to college football, Coach Prime. Welcome to the real college football. This is where the schedule. This is gonna prove who Colorado is over the next 2 weeks. They got Oregon and USC. If they keep the games close, I'm still a believer. Even if they lose the games and keep the games close, I would still be a believer. If they get blown out these 2 weeks, though, they're not ready. They're not ready.
I was telling somebody this, and we'll move on. If they get blown out these 2 weeks, even if they lose, like get blown out, however they lose, if they lose both these games, it still won't matter. Deion is still going to be Deion. Deion is still going to eventually get the recruits that he want in there to be good enough to compete with these other like
Colorado. No, it won't. I'm just talking about the perspective that we have on Colorado.
Colorado's reign it's either already here or it's coming. Like it's for sure. Whether or not if they lose these 2 games, that's it.
I 100% agree with that. I mean, who doesn't want to play for Coach Prime right now? Who does that? They probably got half the country's recruits looking over there. I mean, you're gonna get a shot at Colorado too. The recruiting class is not that crazy. If you're a good recruit, you're starting on Colorado 100% right now. So they don't have this roster like Alabama where you were the best in high school and you're gonna go on an Alabama team third string. You could start immediately if you go play for Colorado. So it's definitely gonna bring a lot of recruits that way. I agree with everything you said about that. I was just talking about for this year the perspective that we have on Colorado, how they're this not juggernaut, but they're a top 15 school. And they're ranked 19th right now, but I think after the next 2 weeks they will be unranked again. That's just my opinion. So I think this 19 that they have.
Don't believe, son.
No, not at all.
Believe.
No, not after last week's performance. Not at all.
I believe.
Colorado State's on the Colorado State is I can't even begin to describe how bad of a school that is. But
Can't have that. You can't have that take in college football.
it's not like Alabama lost to Florida, like a bad Florida
Like,
school. A Colorado State is miserable. Like they might not win a game the rest of the year. They're not gonna beat a top 30 school.
the score in the Alabama USF University of South Florida game last Saturday was like 7-3 going into the fourth quarter. Something ridiculous like that. Like I don't
Yeah, do you know
look,
how
man.
rare that is for Alabama? It probably hasn't happened in years.
Okay,
Like
but I don't
I'm
whatever.
not saying it doesn't happen, King. Just
Man,
not a lot.
oh,
Not a lot.
okay, all right.
Not a lot.
Moving on.
Victor Wembanyama's career.
Oh my
Wembanyama.
goodness. Victor
Wembanyama's career.
Wim, Victor
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Say it again.
Wembanyama.
That is a tough name. Project his
Wembanyama.
career. What you think? What you think? I've actually been watching him
Where?
on YouTube.
Oh,
What you mean?
okay.
Skinny boy.
I honestly, his floor to me is a top 15 player to ever play. That's his floor. That's his floor.
What?
That's his floor.
Wow.
And
So his ceiling
and
is best ever?
and genuinely the ceiling, just straight up honest, the ceiling, the sky's the limit. The floor is 15 and the ceiling is sky's the limit.
You might
Barring,
have
of
to
course.
clip that.
Barring, just assuming
He's healthy.
he sustains a healthy career.
That's fair.
Right.
If you're gonna make a take like that, that's fair.
Thank you. And
wow.
the main reason I say that is because this is probably going to be the first player who, like, the way he's going to affect the game in all phases of the game is going to give him a chance to be the best player to ever play, man. Like, rebounding, blocking shots, altering shots in the lane, creating turnovers with his hands, with his long arms, so steals, points, assists, being able to see over the top of the defense and be able to make any pass. He truly has the skill set of guards, truly has the skill set of guards and the defensive prowess of certain types of bigs. Like just those bigs that, he can truly be like how defensively, like how Tyson Chandler was, for anybody who knows Tyson Chandler, center, former NBA champion for the Dallas Mavericks, could truly be like a DeAndre
He played for
Jordan.
the Knicks too a little bit, right? Tyson
He
Chandler?
did. Yes, with Carmelo, yes. He could truly be like a Dikembe Mutombo as a shot blocker. Like legit could be no Dikembe Mutombo as a shot blocker. Like straight up, this is no exaggeration. Dikembe Mutombo might be the greatest shot blocker we have ever seen. He can be that. Hands down. He can be Dwight Howard as a defender in the paint. Hands down. And then he's shown his ability to guard out on the perimeter. Like, forget the scoring. Everybody's amazed by the scoring. What he can do outside of scoring is insane. Nobody's talking about it. It's so insane. And then when you consider the scoring, somebody, I don't know who, because his mother and father were both professional athletes, but I don't think neither one of them was basketball players. I have no idea where he got his basketball nuances from. The kid has the nuances down. The same techniques that Kobe leaned on to get great. This, like all of these great players, when you talk about KD, Kobe, Jordan, like all of these great skill scoring guards to ever play this game, he has those skill sets at 7'6".
You brought some memories back
Or
when you mentioned
7'2",
Mutombo.
whatever, however tall he is. Is he 7'2" or 7'6"?
Who knows?
I
Who
don't know. One of
cares?
the two.
He's tall.
Like, like he has those skill sets at that height. So all like just scoring wise, the sky's the limit. But most importantly, the overall impact on a basketball game where there are only 5 players on a basketball court. Like what he can do to impact that game overall is going to be astonishing to watch. It's going to be something, as a basketball fan, it's going to be something truly to behold, because I appreciate all phases of the game. There are a lot of young kids today that only appreciate the scoring part of the game. On social media, all I see on social media is how
Highlights,
somebody got
offensive highlights. Yeah.
yeah, all I see on social is how somebody got their ankles broken, or how somebody just killed somebody on this offensive possession, or how somebody, even when you see trainers, like trainers, all they're talking about is how to get better as an offensive scorer, or like just how to like. There's nobody teaching the game. No trainers on social media teaching the game of basketball, enhancing the IQs of players in basketball, and what this kid is able to do, Victor Wembanyama, is truly he understands the game of basketball. He's smart and he affects the game in its entirety. Somebody like me who truly appreciates the entire game of basketball is going to enjoy watching Victor's impact on a basketball court. And I'll leave it there. His floor is 15, his ceiling is the sky.
Before I ask you a question about that, when you said the Mutombo, that brought back memories. That was probably my favorite basketball year that year. Because I used to live five. I used to live in East Rutherford. Do you remember who played in East Rutherford during the time back in the day around the 2000s? The Nets were in the Meadowlands. The Nets were in
When the
Brooklyn.
Nets with New Jersey Nets. Yeah, he was. He was
I'm
definitely on the
pretty
Nets.
sure he was on the Nets, and I think they went to the NBA Finals that year. And my whole
Finals.
family, my whole family was huge huge Net fans because we lived 5 minutes away from the stadium. That's why I'm a Devils fan. The Devils and the Nets played together during the
Wow.
time. When I was a basketball fan, I was a Net fan growing up, and I remember Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles,
Of course.
Kmart was on that team,
Jefferson,
Scalabrini. So
Okay.
yeah. So I remember them. I don't remember who they lost to. I actually went to a game that year. I'm pretty sure they played the Bucks that year in the first round. I went to one of the playoff games when I was young.
And they lost in the finals one year to the Lakers and another year to the Spurs.
Yeah, so that was funny when you said Mutombo. I remember. I'm pretty sure it was that season he was on the team too. The year they went to the finals.
Yep.
But
Yep. Well, not with Jason Kidd in that crew.
yeah, they went to the finals. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was with Allen Iverson's crew. Allen Iverson, what's the one dude's name?
I would bet you money because I remember vividly. I would bet you money on that.
No,
find out what year Mutombo was on the Nets and see if they went. See the.
Mutombo was on the Allen Iverson.
He might have went twice.
Let me see.
I can remember vividly.
He went in 2000 and 2001. 2000 and 2001.
Only year he ever went to the finals?
Only year he's ever been there. And this team was Allen Iverson. Aaron McKee was the name that I was thinking about. Aaron McKee. Dikembe Mutombo. Kevin Ollie, who won a national championship as a head coach at UConn. Eric Snow. And I remember Theo Ratliff. Wow, that's funny. And so that was the team that Mutombo was attached to. Because you said if you were a kid, this is what I'm saying. Because Jason Kidd was
what year did he play for the Nets?
2000, 2001. You mean like all of the years he played there?
No, Mutombo. What years did he play with the Nets?
2000, 2001. I just said 2000, 2001. I said, did you want like all of the years he was there? He
I
was
thought he
there
was only there
2000.
for a year.
Oh yeah, he was only there for a year and a half. 2000, 2001, and 2001, 2002. He was only there for a year and a half. So he went to the finals that year. That was the only year he'd been in the finals with AI. I knew it was with the AI. I knew it was with AI. Because when you said you was a kid, what are you now? 30 what?
No, I'm saying what year was he with the Nets, not the Sixers?
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm talking about the Sixers when he went to the finals, huh? So
He
so you're saying he's been to the finals with the Nets also?
yeah. Didn't they
2002,
lose?
2000?
Didn't they
Yeah,
lose?
2002,
Didn't they lose to
2003.
the Spurs that year?
No, you are absolutely right. 2002, 2003.
Nah, you had
Um,
me tripping for a second because those were core
no, because
memories.
I'm thinking about when he went to the finals as a Sixer, and I don't know why I don't know why I'm thinking of the
Damn, he
Sixers and the
lost two
Nets.
finals. Yikes,
I
that
don't know
sucks.
why I was thinking about the Sixers, the Philadelphia Sixers, and the New Jersey Nets as the same. I have no idea what got me mixed up doing that. No idea. But no, you're right. You're right. Wow, incredible,
But back to
incredible.
Victor Wembanyama, I want to know: do you think his size is going to be a problem?
In terms of what, like too small?
Yeah, like not strong enough.
I mean, we had those same questions about KD. Turned out just fine. We had those same questions about
KD is not as skinny as him though.
no, 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 no. Just go to Kevin Durant's rookie season. Just type in KD
Bro, I do not
Texas.
remember him being. I mean, I watched this. I watched the
Type in
Supersonics.
KD. Type in KD Texas when he was at Texas as a freshman.
Bro, he wasn't as skinny as this dude though.
And are
He's
we not looking
not.
at
I
the
mean,
same Kevin Durant?
I'm looking at the picture. He's not as this
No,
dude
no,
is small.
nah. I mean, go to go to Giannis Antetokounmpo rookie season.
No, that I remember. Yeah.
Go to
But what
Giannis
if but what if
Antetokounmpo.
he doesn't bulk up like that? You
All I'm
still
saying is,
you still say
all
his
I'm
floor is his
all I'm
floor?
saying, all I'm saying is with these other guys and why I mentioned them, he's going to do whatever. He's going to play the game. He's going to see the necessary adjustments to his physical nature that he has to make, and he's going to make them. And whether it's gain 30 pounds or gain 15, I don't know what it's going to take for him to be successful and to reach my prediction physically. But I feel like he's going to do it. Like it ain't even. I just feel like he's going to do what it takes.
Um, what do you think his rookie year looks like?
Rookie of the year, dominant.
You think
Um,
it's a goat like for sure rookie of the year for him?
yeah. Assuming health, yeah. Yeah. I don't see any assuming health. I don't see how he doesn't win the rookie of the season. So I'm just gonna give him rookie of the season, and yeah, it's not like just because of how many rebounds he's gonna average, how many blocks he's gonna average, how many assists he's gonna average. The points are not even gonna matter. Like if he only averages 12 points a game, all that other stuff that he's doing to affect the game, I'm telling you, that is what people are gonna start to talk about. Like you heard it here first. Nobody's talking about how he affects the game in its entirety. They always talking about his ability to put the ball on the floor, score. He has the post fade. He can get to the rim. Like they always talk about all this. Watch the noise start to become how he affects the game in its entirety. And so, rookie of the year
Do
for
you
sure.
think we're looking at because you're saying floor is 15? Do you think we're looking at like the next big man that like everyone keeps talking? If we get a big man that could shoot, that can actually shoot like better than Jokic, is this the guy we're talking about? Do you think?
I don't know. I got to see him make that improvement as a shooter.
Because
KD
everyone keeps
KD even
talking
came
about
in
that.
KD even came in as a lethal shooter. Like he don't give me lethal shooter vibes. He gives me
I wouldn't
can
say
knock you down.
lethal. I wouldn't say lethal, but like we're really waiting. Everybody keeps waiting for like that big man because Joel Embiid's tried it. Giannis has tried it. The only one that's been like very
Look,
consistent was Jokic so far. His 3-point percentage has
well,
been a little bit better.
you want ever?
Not ever, but I'm saying like the
No.
dominant, like one of the top like guys that are the
I'd
top
say
big men.
7-footer. If you're talking about centers, I mean, because
Top big
then
men,
maybe you're
top
right.
big men, like superstar big men that
Dirk was
have
a superstar big. Dirk is the best shooting big to ever play basketball.
yeah, I would say that.
Not even, and it's not even close. Like it's not even close.
Yeah, I would say that.
So he was you can't leave Dirk
You think
open.
You think Victor can be a Tim Duncan with range?
I don't want to say Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is
You
different.
said top 15. Come on.
No, I'm saying I thought you meant like as far as comparing their games.
No.
They're nowhere near the same caliber player at all. Like they're two totally different players. But yeah, top 15. I mean, Tim Duncan is top 8. Like he's like Tim Duncan is
Yeah.
the best power
I
forward
was just trying to
So,
give a top center that in that range that you were talking about.
yeah.
Like, so name a superstar that you would compare him to in today's game. A superstar. No one.
Offensively, Kevin Durant. Straight up, let's just being honest.
Okay, what about a
Without-
center? It doesn't even have to be in today's game. Anybody, any superstar center that reminds me of that reminds
Anything
you of
that I've ever witnessed with my eyes is Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. I cannot take that comparison away from him as much as I want to because KD is so different in terms of scoring ability. I don't want to have to say something like that because that sounds blasphemous. That sounds egregious. But
it's not what your take. It's not. If you say he's going to be his floor's top 15, that's not blasphemous.
And I'm just saying he has the ability. He has
At least
the
you're being
skill set.
consistent.
Like he has the skill set to really be out here.
So you think he's Kevin Durant, but can probably shoot better?
No,
like
I
range.
Think Kevin Durant, no. I think KD will always be able to shoot better than this kid. But
that's not true. Kevin Durant's not the greatest 3-point shooter.
I think
okay.
I said because to be able to shoot at that height is something spectacular. And I don't think he's going to.
You see the rim differently. It's crazy. You literally see the rim differently.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to reach the cerebralness of a KD as a shooter, especially the mid-range. He has a chance, but even KD is a better mid-range shooter, and he's a 3-point shooter. And he's a great 3-point shooter, but to even as a mid-range shooting,
you say KD is a great 3-point shooter.
Oh my goodness, he is a historically great 3-point shooter. Like
I thought he was average.
KD is.
He's not 40% for his career, no, right? Is he 35?
He's 38.5% for a career.
That is really good.
And he shoots them
that
at
is really
a high
good.
Clip.
That is really
and
good.
He shoots them at a high clip. Like
that is really good.
Except
when I bet on him, he don't shoot no threes when I bet on him.
I heard that. one year as a net, he had 45% shooting from the three.
I didn't expect you to say 38%. That's very high.
Yeah, I mean, historically great 3-point shooter, but mid-range is even worse.
No, I know that. He's lethal. He just drives out the court and shoots. It's
So I think Victor. I don't think that he could be the shooter, but I'm just in terms of.
It looks like that's like one of the best parts of his game, though. No, I see him pull up and knock down shots.
In highlights. In highlights, you got to watch the course of an entirety of a game. It's not the same. Like it's not the same. But but when you see the highlight, it gets you excited because it says if he can make that consistent. Like the highlights are so. This is why people are so like eerie about this guy. It's because his highlights, when you watch him play, what his highlight says is not what it says when he plays. Like his highlights give you that, oh my gosh, if he can do that consistent, like his highlights make you think he does that consistently. And if that's the case, then he is the best thing we've ever seen ever. Like, but his highlights don't tell the tale of what he's been in the entirety of basketball games. And that's why I say if he like people is too focused on the scoring, got to focus on everything else. But if he can be what the highlights say consistently on top of that, that's where the sky's the limit take come in. But I say top 15. But we could
All
move
right.
on.
Yeah. Justin Fields points to coaching to robotic play. What do you
And we won't
see?
stay too long on this, I guess.
I think it's an excuse, but you love Justin Fields, so I'll let you defend him first. I think it's an excuse. I've seen some clips on Twitter. He's just missing reads, but go ahead.
Go first. Go first. We
He,
take turns.
he's just missing reads. I've seen multiple clips on Twitter. You know, there are, as much as you want to hate social media for pointing stuff out like this, and there are actual football analysts that will take clips of players and really dive deep into it. It's not like this, oh look, he missed a read. They'll really show you how a play develops, what a quarterback is supposed to see in the pocket, who their first read is, who their second read is. And I've just seen these clips over the past few weeks where Justin Fields he looks to run way too soon. He looked first, second read. If it's not there, he's gone. He's gone. He's not given the play time to develop. He's missing his third read when the guy could be open. And to me, it's just, I think it's excuses. You know, they hugged afterwards today. There was on social media, like, there's no bad blood between him and the coach. So, that's good, I guess. But a lot of people were kind of, pissed off about the comments he made about that. But it didn't seem. I think maybe they took his clip out of context a little bit. The media does that a lot. So I don't think it was anything he was saying to the coaching specifically. Maybe a little bit.
He was.
You think? Well, I'll let
Yeah.
you explain that then. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think he like the way the media tried to deliver it. I don't think he meant it to that degree.
Yeah,
But I definitely believe though that
he's upset with the coaching.
that he pointed to coaching as a legitimate reason for the woes these first 2 weeks going into the season. Like he
And it's been bad. It's been bad.
Like he's definitely pointed to coaching. You can't take that away. Like you can't just now say, what do you think is the reasons why, for the woes early on in the season? I would say coaching.
That's a little crazy to me as a quarterback too. That is a big deal. You're right. That's a big deal.
You can't try. Yes, you can clean it up as to like what you meant fully.
Yeah.
I'm all for it, but you can't act like you all of
You
a
didn't
sudden
say
didn't
that.
say coaching.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't all of a sudden do that.
And as
Like,
the
I'm
quarterback for
sorry.
a football team, the media is looking for an answer like, I got to be better. That's what they're like Josh Allen a few weeks ago. He said, same shit, different day.
Right.
I'm costing
Straight
us
up.
football games. He
Straight
literally
up.
said straight up, I'm costing us football games. I got to be better. He literally said same shit, different day. It looked like he was depressed while saying it. Like it really hit him hard. Like he's not sitting there blaming coaching. And I don't know if what you believe, Kane, but I think it's excuses. I think he's not reading the football field well. But I'll let you chime in on this now.
And I will. So yeah,
Before you talk, King had Justin Fields as the best quarterback in the NFL. I think you owe Kirk Cousins an apology first. But let's let the season play out. You had him number 1. We got it on clip. You still believe that? Okay.
He absolutely
All right,
is.
defend your man.
And so this is what you're missing. You're right in everything you just said. Missing reads, not giving plays time to develop, abandoning the pocket too quickly. He was right in everything you said. But what you're missing is the importance for a young quarterback to have a quarterback guru like Trevor Lawrence has in Jacksonville with with Doug Peterson.
I agree.
Like
I
like a
agree with that a
Brock
little
Purdy
bit.
has, like a Brock Purdy has in Kyle Shanahan, like Tom Brady had with Bill Belichick, and just the way that they do things in New England. Like when you look at all of these great quarterback guru that just came over from the Indianapolis Colts, now the head coach of the Panthers for Bryce Young, that's going to work wonders for Bryce Young career. Yeah, we see the record is 0-2 right now, but just as far as the development process for Bryce Young, it's going to work wonders for Bryce Young.
CJ Stroud looks
Um,
good too. CJ Stroud looks good.
DJ Stroud does look, but
He looks like the best quarterback.
let's
Oh, yeah,
let's stay
yeah,
on top. No,
yeah.
no, 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 no. Richardson looks like the best quarterback, but let's
Overall,
stay
I
on
would say
top.
yeah, but passer, like the best,
Oh,
like the
passer.
best. Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
it's CJ
I mean,
Stroud.
he has a lot of negative game scripts though. I mean, his teams are down,
That's
and
true. That's
that
true.
is when he starts cooking. But
They
you
need to
know,
get him some weapons quick. I can't wait. I can't wait to see him
um,
actually have a football. But go ahead, yeah, Justin
yeah, I'm
Fields.
sorry, but yeah. So with Justin Fields, he's not one of those guys like a Peyton Manning, like a Dan Marino, who doesn't need that, babysitting style quarterback guru in his corner, getting him to see things correctly. Like Peyton didn't need that. Dan Marino didn't need that. A couple other guys in there that did not need that. But when you consider guys like a Justin, even like Lamar Jackson, we got to remember Lamar Jackson under Greg Roman, when Greg Roman was the offensive coordinator. That was the perfect offensive coordinator for Lamar Jackson when he first came in. Made him play super efficient football, run heavy, short, easy throws, easy reads, made him let him develop as a passer. Now it's like, okay, Greg Roman, we know what you did for this man's career. But the point he's at now, mentally and still physically, we need him to take this next step, and you can't do that for us. So they brought in a guy, an innovative offensive mind. And I say that to say, this is what these guys need. When you draft these caliber quarterbacks, you can't just throw them to the wolves and think that they're about to be something astonishing. However, I will say that Justin Fields, right now as he is, still should be getting more play designs called. And this is what I think he was talking about. Call more plays that are conducive to his ability. You can't be concerned about him getting hurt. Sorry. You
I
just
don't think
can't.
he's that. I don't think he's Lamar Jackson, King.
It's not that he's
He's
Lamar.
in
It's that
college. He was not. He
but
was
this is
an
the point
accurate.
though.
He's an accurate dude.
But this is no, but what you're missing is it's only been 3 players in NFL history to run over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Fields. And we all gotta admit this. When Justin Fields takes off running, it
He's
looks
very
explosive.
dangerous. Yes.
It looks explosive. It don't look like, like when you say he's not Lamar Jackson, it's like when I can't tell.
No,
Like when he takes
what I
when
mean
he
by
takes
that
off
is
running,
like that's not what I
when he
really
takes off
mean.
running, it's like, I'm just saying though, I'm kind of just combating that what you said. It's just like, I can't, when he takes off running, I can't tell he's no Lamar Jackson. I can't tell he's no Michael Vick. He runs a 4.4 for goodness sake. Like, it ain't the 4.39 that Lamar ran. It ain't the 4.3 that Michael Vick ran, but it's still a 4.4, 4.42, 4.43. Like, so it's just like, and when you got that at the quarterback position, it's like, you gotta, and this is the approach I'll say game in and game out. You gotta keep teams honest on his legs. Start the game off really running the foot, like get him out into space, running first. Thinking run first. If the pass is there, of course take the pass. Thinking run first, handing off, giving Khalil Herbert more touches, giving Roshan Johnson more touches, more screen designs, more making the defense respect your game up front. Then once you see them start to press up, move up, get him, looking down the field and such like that. But we also got to take into account. Don't sit here and act like that O line is allows him to get to his third read. Like, let's not act like that. Like, let's not act like he I'm a counseling major right now. I'm a counseling major. Like, you could diagnose Justin Fields for so many different disorders, like just schizophrenic disorder, anxiety disorder. Like, you can't expect him to sit in the pocket and really trust that O-line for what that O-line has done to him now, going on 3 years. It's about to be 3 years where that O-line wasn't holding up. So all of these things sound like excuses, but they're all very legitimate for Justin Fields. And I think starting this week, we're going to see things get in check. Starting this week, watch Justin Fields turn up. Not win.
Yeah.
Would
you look at the matchup?
I know it's Kansas City. I guarantee you, we'll revisit this on Monday. I'm putting it out there. Justin Fields is going to obliterate Kansas City numbers wise. Not win. Just numbers wise.
I like this
and let's keep in mind, Vikings are still 0-2 too. So don't do that. I don't hear it.
We know that's not Kirk Cousins.
I don't want it. They're 0-2 too. So let's just say that.
Who's the number one fantasy quarterback right now?
Let's just say, are we talking NFL? Or we talking fantasy?
I'm just saying. He's wilding this year.
I don't know.
I actually really like this topic you put in. Best defensive player: Chris Jones, T.J. Watt, Micah Parsons, or Nick Bosa. I'll start this one. I don't think it's any of them. I really don't think it's any of them, but I'll entertain the question first, and I'll tell you who I think it actually is. I'm going to say Micah Parsons, just because out of all three of those guys, I feel like Micah Parsons plays all over the formation. I think, Nick Bosa's not going to move off his end spot. T.J. Watt's not going to move much off his end spot. Chris Jones is going to attack the middle. Those guys are just going to kind of do their thing. They're very good at it. They are the best players in the world at doing their job and doing what they're supposed to do, just getting to the quarterback. But I think Micah Parsons is just such a flex player for that Cowboys team. You could put him in coverage. You could play him at linebacker. You could rush the passer with him. You never know where he's coming from. He flips sides of the field sometimes. He'll be on the left side one time. He'll be on the right side one time. And I think he's just as good as all those players. So if you put a player like that all over the football field, I feel like he's instantly just better. I'll let you. I got a better player, but I'll let you answer that question first.
Be honest with you. The correct answer here, as much as I love Micah Parsons, is T.J. Watt. You got to realize you took something away from T.J. Watt in what you said. You said he does what he does. No, T.J. Watt is a run stopper as well. T.J. Watt goes end to end. Like if the run play goes that way, T.J. Watt is going to break contain and hustle his butt off to go to the opposite side to make a play on that running back. If the run comes his way, T.J. Watt is going to break contain and shut the run down that comes his way. If the run goes up middle, T.J. Watt is going to break contain and go get the run and stop the run that's coming middle. And then when you talk about the best pass rusher on this list, it's between TJ, like the best, like if for my money, I needed a sack, who would I go with? TJ Watt, Micah Parsons, or Nick Bosa? I'd probably say
TJ Watt as well.
I'm taking TJ Watt off that edge. That boy is a savage, boy. Like, dog, he get to the quarterback. Like I'm like, why is he always getting there? Like, why is he there again? Why is he? You would think Nick Bosa
He's caused like four fumbles already. This year. This year.
TJ Watt is absolutely nuts. Like, I mean, it's not.
It could be the only reason why Nick Bosa won the Defensive Player of the Year. He wasn't here. TJ Watt did not play last year.
Did not play. And I want to say TJ Watt won the Defensive Player of the year prior.
I think he did.
Yeah. And when his brother was advocating the year, I think it was like 3 seasons ago, his brother was advocating that he should have won it over Aaron Donald. I was, of those people that was like, what? Like, yeah, I know the numbers look good, but Aaron Donald is dealing with double teams, triple teams. Like, this don't even
No,
compare.
Aaron
Like, that's
Donald does both too. He's a better run stopper, obviously, than T.J. Watt. So because he plays the inside, that's just the position he plays. That's what he's
he
supposed to
is,
do.
but he's yeah, yeah.
Linemen, most inside linemen don't sack the quarterback a lot. They're more for run stop. The edges are the ones that usually get the sacks. Aaron Donald is like the only guy we like seen that was like so dominant at both. It was just mind boggling.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But with TJ Watt, I gotta take TJ Watt right now as the best defensive player in the National Football League when you consider like I understand what you're saying with Michael Parsons playing coverage sometimes. Like TJ Watt even gets into coverage at times. Like it's rare. Only
Yeah,
happens like 4 times a game.
yeah, it's
But
not a lot.
they only be dropping him back. They be dropping him back sometimes in the coverage. And you got when you say with Michael Parsons, yeah, they drop him in the coverage, but I mean he's not doing anything necessarily elite out there. Like when he gets dropped into coverage, like
You don't really
he's.
have to. You don't really have to. It's
I
his
understand. I'm just
speed.
saying. Though,
It's his
I'm just
speed.
saying. Yeah, no, I'm saying. I'm saying even with the speed, he doesn't. You don't see him making plays necessarily. Like he makes plays. Don't get me wrong when he goes into coverage, but I'm saying it's not in a way where it's just like, oh, let's make sure we avoid exposing Micah Parsons in coverage. Like, no, like if quarterbacks when they see Micah Parsons out there, if they see a guy can break free of him, they throw them the ball. Like it's not like you don't really worry about a pick from Micah Parsons in coverage, like turnovers from Micah Parsons in coverage. And so it's just I understand what you're saying as far as the versatility. I just want to talk more on what is concrete as to what actually affects the game. Not that he don't affect the game in coverage. TJ Watt to me goes in the end, hustle his butts off. To me, out of all these guys, it's TJ Watt and Micah Parsons who have the highest work ethic. Like
I would agree with you. I don't think Chris Jones and Nick Bosa even deserve to be in that conversation. I don't.
I won't go
And I'm
that far.
biased. I'm biased. No, I'm saying when we're talking top two, I just don't think it. I just don't think it's them. They're phenomenal. Like they're phenomenal football players. I don't even think Nick Bosa is the best defensive player on that team.
Who are you saying? It's Hargraves?
No, I think, and that goes to my next point. I don't think the best defensive player is on that list. I believe, and maybe it's my bias talking because it's my favorite position in football. Who did I
Warner?
tell you? Who did I tell you was my favorite football player of all time?
So you're talking about Warner.
But tell the people who is my favorite
Your
football player of
favorite,
all
your
time.
the linebacker for the 49ers
Ole
when
Miss. Out of Ole Miss.
when Harbaugh was coaching them.
Where's 52?
Yeah, I know. What's his first name start with?
Patrick.
Oh, Pat. Yeah, Pat. Yeah. Well, I said his first name. What does his first name start with?
Oh, sorry.
But yeah,
Patrick Willis. That's my
Patrick Wood.
favorite. So I don't know if it's I think Fred Warner is the best player the best defensive player in football right now. I think he is underrated. I can't tell you if you run his way, he's not missing a tackle. He goes end to end. He covers wide receivers. I can't tell you the amount of pass breakups and tipped balls that have turned to interceptions just this year. You can't throw it in the middle of the field. He'll knock it out of your hands. He plays coverage. You see him. They see you. They've been using him on blitzes this year. I think he's obviously the best. To me, he's obviously clearly the best linebacker in football. But when we're talking about best player and what that dude can do he plays coverage like a corner. I saw him chase CD Lamb down in the playoffs last year, and I thought that was just insane. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
He
Play.
chased CD Lamb on a go route. He chased CD Lamb and broke up a pass on a go route last year.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember that.
Like, this dude is different. I'm not even joking, King. The next time you watch a 49ers game, just watch him on defense the whole game.
I do.
I know.
I
No,
do.
not. Yeah, but there's so much to
I do.
watch on that team. There's so much.
No.
There's no way you're just watching Fred Warner.
I do. Trust me. All right, like let me tell you.
Whoop.
I'm a big Fred Warner fan. First of all, let's introduce our guest. Thank you for joining the show, Batman. First of all, we thought you was ducking and dodging the smoke. The smoke from Gator 49ers whipping on your Giants the way that they did last. Was you ducking smoke or like what was going on?
I was ducking them here. So
You missed the topic. You missed the topic.
You ducked it because the topic is in the past.
I came on the show. Listen, I had personal things I had to do. I'm coming of the show, but I'm here.
He is here.
Batman is in the building. Listen,
He is
Gator,
here.
I'm bowing down to your 49ers. I'm down.
I
The
feel
Giants,
bad. I feel bad for
but
your
the
Giants,
Giants
man.
can't match up to the Cowboys and the Giants. But guess what? The Eagles fly, Eagles fly.
Oh, you're on to the next good team?
No.
Third
I'm
time's a
Giant.
charm. No, I'm saying you're looking forward to beating
Gator.
the Eagles, is what you're saying.
I came on this show just now because I had personal things to do. I'll explain it to Under Big Dog a little later. Gator, you my man, and you could actually get on explain, but this is a show. So it is not about my personal thing. Y'all thought y'all was gonna duck y'all. But I said, let me hear it after I did what I had to do. King look at me like, man, that's right, Batman. Oh, I didn't run. It's personal. But
Okay.
now,
What did you mean by the fly Eagles fly?
No, can we interrupt this show for the last half an hour? Because I know we got a half an hour left. Now, just to let you know, Gator, your quarterback is the truth.
That's what King said.
Started the show off. I ain't say the truth. I said
no, King.
I said King. I went from calling him a scrub.
You cut me off. We only got a half an hour left. King, we only got half an hour left.
We got to skip right to the picks after this.
What I said about King about LeBron James. What I said, how many players that I picked when you was young, King, coming up in the sports world, that I said was the truth, and they was not the truth. Name me one that said, your dad, you said he was going to be the truth, and he wasn't. Name me one, King.
I mean, you called a lot of great players.
Did not. Brody, I watched them playing my Giants. Watched them as skilled players, as skilled his pause, his demeanor. But fortunate for him, he got Shanahan as his coach.
Absolutely.
And he's fortunate. But the same thing happened with Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady wouldn't have been nothing without playing for New England. He would not. But Brady.
I want to give it more time.
Because
I want to give it more time.
Brody.
Do you know what the record is for being undefeated as how many wins straight as a starter?
Then he broke it. Then it was 10.
I don't know.
I think it was 10.
I think he's 8-0 or 9-0.
8-0. I think it's 10. But
I want to give it more time. That's it. That's just me. I'm one of those dudes that I want to give it more time. I do.
Even I do.
I want more defensive coordinators. I want more film. I want defensive coordinators.
King, you said the same thing about LeBron though. When I got you the jersey when you was like 12.
I never said in my life LeBron was a bum.
No,
but he nothing like of that ilk.
I think he's just saying you didn't believe.
I did believe. I don't know I don't know what he's talking about with LeBron. I believe that LeBron ever since he showed me LeBron in high school. So it's just like I don't know. But anyway, hold on. Let's get back. Brock Purdy, Batman believes is the truth. Okay. I want to watch more, or I want defensive coordinators to get more film on him and see how they better prepare for him. That's just me. Batman thinks he's the truth. Gator likes him. Cool. Let's stick to what we was talking about real
What?
quick. In that, I love Fred Warner. Fred Warner, I love your pick as far as Fred Warner being the best defensive player in the National Football League. I love Fred Warner. Fred Warner is amazing. And I watch him. Like I said, he is my favorite 49er to watch out there. Like, you really think I
He's
don't be peeping.
amazing.
Like, I'm
He's
not watching
amazing.
anything else.
You throw the
What I
ball
love
his
most-
way, knockdown. Like
What I
coming
love most
behind you,
about him-
knockdown.
What I love most about him is his number one trait is getting to wherever the ball is at.
Yeah,
That is
and
his
yeah,
absolute
it's
number
crazy.
one trait. And it's insane. It's phenomenal to watch. But I can't put him over TJ Watt. But anyway, what is our next topic? And let's talk about this next topic for just 5 minutes.
Oh no!
Let's talk about it for 5 minutes so that we can get to the picks. But at least 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes. Let's talk about it. As far as let's do the old school versus new school.
Yeah, we'll skip the Bills and the Chiefs one. We'll go straight to picks after
Oh
this.
please!
Yes, let's do old school versus new school. And we have today Tim Hardaway
Kill a crossover.
or Kyrie Irving. Who was greater?
Tim Hardaway. Nah, see, I did that just to mess with you. I did that just to mess with you. Did that just to mess with you because you always say because I'm old school. Kyrie Irving will cut Tim Hardaway ass and to save his life.
There's the one. We finally
Yeah,
got
are you
it.
serious, man? Yo, see, today was a bad day. You picked that topic.
I tried
because
to give you a layup. I
you
gave you a layup.
You gave me a layup. You literally gave me a
appreciate it.
layup. Today was the day I watched Kyrie Irving play on like 4 different teams. And they gave a highlight film on Kyrie Irving. He did the uncle whatever his name was called. Drew uncle? No.
Uncle Drew. Yeah. We finally got it.
Kyrie Irving Kyrie Irving shows his dribbling skills. I'd like to show you the dribbling skills. What Tim Hardaway didn't do, it's called the killer crossover that Tim Hardaway had. But Kyrie Irving did the killer crossover and score. Kyrie Irving, and he only played 1 year. No, he played a half a season with Duke because he got injured. His freshman year. Oh, I see, y'all young people don't know that. He played 1 year with Duke. Duke won college plays in the year, put out the top plays in the year. Half a season as a freshman year, and still came in the NBA and killing. Today, I watched Kyrie Irving highlights, and I didn't know this was a topic that was going to ever come up. And I watched Kyrie Irving, and I said, he is one of the baddest dudes that could take somebody off the dribble, not only to make a layup, but hit a jump shot.
Oh my goodness!
That hit a jump shot.
Great point.
Off a dribble.
His layups are crazy too.
No, his layups is ridiculous. But anybody, AI layup was different. He remind me of AI. AI was the truth. Now,
he wasn't quite as lethal as AI, but I know.
No, thank you very much, King, because you said it out of your mouth. But AI was the truth. Now, but Kyrie, like you can't compare. That's like disrespect to Kyrie. Like it's like now Tim Hardaway had to kill a crossover, but I could go to White Chocolate that would play for the team that you love, King, Sacramento. Who that dude that played for Sacramento with Chris Webber?
My Sacramento era is Mike Bibby and Chris Webber.
Who was before Sacramento?
I don't care. Mike Bibby and Chris Webber, baby. It was White Chocolate.
And didn't you ask who?
Jason Williams, right? Jason Williams is his name.
Jason Williams. Who? Jason Wentz. All right. Kyrie. Tim Hardaway was like he had to kill a crossover, but Kyrie, for one, he hit the 3-point shot. That was not his thing. And he broke the dude down. And when he shot the 3-point shot, it wasn't at the line. It was way beyond the 3-point arc. Okay? So, Kyrie is a better player.
This is you. We have to clip this and we have to post this and we have to at people. Stop posting posts, Gator. We're not atting people. If you don't know the at, text me so I can give you the at, Gator. Gosh, man. Anyway, we gotta clip this and we gotta post this. Because this is Batman's first, and you got to put the caption in. Batman's first time choosing a new school player. And yeah, and you know, I'll give you his ad is at John Lee Bradley Jr. So we good on that, but we got to get that posted. Thank you for finally choosing a new school guy. I thought it was close enough to give you an opportunity. Look. I thought it was close enough to give you an opportunity to expose yourself. Like if you would have went Tim, I'd have been like, okay, he's really only choosing homeschool. So I tried to set you up.
Sports. Neon Dion is better than everybody ever show. Gator, your 49ers are the truth, but they still got to go through the Cowboys and the Philadelphia. They got to go.
Oh, that's what you were saying. That's what you were saying earlier. Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Well, we play Dallas in 2 weeks. We play Dallas in 2 weeks. We're ready for them. We play Dallas in 2 weeks.
You like me. You're a fan now. But the
Dallas has listen. Let's get it straight. We own the Cowboys. So we own them. We knocked them out of the playoffs 2 years in a row. We own them. They gotta beat us. They gotta beat us. They have to beat us. The Cowboys have to come into Santa Clara. The Cowboys gotta come into Santa Clara on Sunday Night Football and beat us. They have to beat us without their top corner.
That's right. Don't you know we beat y'all twice to go to the Super Bowl and we won the Super Bowl twice?
Once.
What was the score though, Gator?
Oh, it went to overtime. I think it was 20-17.
No. What was that score when we beat y'all 40-something to 3? What was that score? 40-something.
That wasn't in my lifetime.
No, oh my God! So you wasn't born then. So when you were 2? Were you 2 years old right now?
I don't know when y'all beat us 40-3. I have no idea.
Oh my God!
He's in his 30s. Are you talking about one of these Patriot runs?
They beat us once. They beat us once in the Patriot run.
Are you talking about one of the? You talking about from their last 2 Super Bowls?
No, the past when we went to it was 40-something to 3 or something.
You're talking about what? Listen. Listen. What I'm asking.
No, he said no. He said no. He answered your question.
Are you talking about this blowout that you're talking about? Are you talking about when Bill Parcells was the head coach? Or
Bill Parcells. What about Bill Parcells? There you go. What was the score? What was the game? You wasn't born. What was that?
I might have been born, but I just don't. I don't remember back then. My most memories of the Niners was Jeff Garcia and T.O. That's what I remember. That's as far back as I remember.
All right. Batman is the show wrecker. You a show wrecker. It's a beautiful thing, though. It's a beautiful thing. Listen. We gotta get out of here. So let's get to the week 3 predictions. Batman, you're starting off our week 3 predictions. So let's get this kicked off. Do you have a graphic for us, Gator?
Always.
Okay. So we'll read you off. I'm assuming that you don't have the show.
I'm guessing he would have took the Giants. So we'll
we got a graphic up. Batman, who do you got? Who did you have?
He had the Giants.
Who did you have? Giants or 49ers?
49ers, the Giants.
You had the 49ers? Okay.
I'll give it to him.
So put that on 49ers for him. Who do you got? Denver Broncos at Miami Dolphins.
I got the Miami Dolphins.
Who do you got? Texans at Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Before you continue, this is Batman's first picks ever on the show. By the way, guys, so this is gonna. He's starting 0-0. He's starting 0-0.
right.
So this is interesting. This is definitely interesting. So we'll see what his record is after this week's up.
We got Patriots at the Jets.
Patriots.
We have Falcons at Lions.
Wow, that's a good game.
Falcons.
Wow. Bills at Command. Let's stop right there real quick.
Bills.
What do you see in these Falcons that you putting them over the Lions on the road?
Well, for one, the last one that they actually have, and new coach and the offensive coordinator, they are more in scoring more than defense. So I got the Falcons.
Okay, Bills at Commanders.
He said Bills.
Bills.
Commanders 2-0 with Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator over there now. Bills. We got Tennessee Titans at Browns.
Browns.
Wow. Colts at Ravens.
Ravens.
Chargers at Vikings.
That's a good game too. Both 0-2. That's a season. Wow. There's some good Sunday games this week.
Give me the Vikings.
Wow. Over Justin Herbert in the offensive attack that he got. going on right now.
Man, they played out right now. And I'll say why I say they played out right now.
No Austin Eckler still for the Chargers too.
Saints at Packers.
Packers.
They don't got Aaron Rodgers no more.
No.
Saints is 2-0.
Okay.
All right. Panthers at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Cowboys at Cardinals.
Come on, man.
Bears at Chiefs.
Come on, man.
Steelers at Raiders.
That's a good Sunday night game.
Steelers.
Eagles, Monday Night Football. That was all Sunday, Monday night.
Two Monday night games again.
Eagles at Buccaneers. Buccaneers been playing real.
Eagles. No explanation.
Rams at Bengals.
Rams. Pay their motherfucker back. Rams.
Wow. No.
All right.
Back.
Screenshot that. These are his picks of the weekend. Screenshot that.
Bengals starting 0-3. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Batman, and thank you for coming in hot, disturbing the peace, coming with a wrecking ball.
Yo, the 49ers gonna be there, Gator. Sorry, brother, because with the last word I said, sorry, what, brother? They paid Diamond Day. Just like I said, what they did with the Bengals quarterback, what they did with the Giants quarterback. They paid their bag too early. No disrespect, and I'm not going off tune, and I'm not cursing and nothing. And this is what I got to say as an old school player. And I'm nowhere near, I'm older than Stephen A. Smith. So just me saying. And I told this like 3 weeks ago, and Gator said, the black quarterbacks is coming. It's coming. The black quarterback got their bag is winning.
Dak and Jalen Hurts coming after me.
And the white quarterback, Damon Dime, and what's next, Cincinnati and all of them. Got
He heard. Stop talking about my fantasy quarterback. He heard. Give me a break.
Listen,
Joe Burrow hurt.
Yo, Burrow. See, okay, in the beginning of the season, I said he got his back too early. I said, King, no, I don't like no quarterback for the Giants. The Giants play good defense and have a good running back. Now, all of a sudden, Saquon get hurt. And that was in that game. And you was a little nervous, Gator. Tell me you
Never,
wasn't.
never,
When,
never.
and you
Not
right.
one. I
You
was
I mean,
never
understand.
nervous. It
I
looked
mean,
a lot. It
it
looked a lot closer than it actually was.
It did. No, Gator. You
I thought the Giants though, I thought they were fighting. I thought they were fighting. And it was, and if you were a Giants fan watching that
the
game,
defense.
Why? Their offense showed me nothing. They weren't
if
never
you
gonna
were a
score.
Giants fan watching that game, seeing them keep it in
Saquon,
striking distance,
it was full
seeing them
package.
seeing them keep it in striking distance the way that they did it was like, okay, like we might could do some. So, but yeah, it got out of hand quick. But hold on, the show is almost over.
Now what's up?
Let's stop getting off kilter.
What's
Let's
up?
close the show. Let's close the show right
Yeah. So
professionally.
King, it's
And-
your
and-
turn to make your picks, and you got some work to do,
and
brother.
let me say, Under Big Dog's website is coming for the sports world to go in there, and we're developing things. So be patient with us, but it's going to come where the world is going to go in there and pick their weekly picks for all the picks for every week of the season, so that we are able to define a winner in that, to present them with free things, with gifts, with stuff like that. So this is truly a sports show designed for the public, for the people, for the fans to engage in the sports world and really feel a part of sports, as opposed to just having to watch it. You get to, we don't only have to watch sports no more. We actually are in this thing. We're in the sports space, in the sports media space. Let's do this. So I had the 49ers.
Wait, we gotta talk,
But if-
King. Just
But
so
if I'm
you
being
know.
honest, okay, I made a bet yesterday. I put a bet in, and it was solely to try to win.
It was just odds. It was just odds. I
So
respect
I
that.
picked the Giants money
Yeah,
line.
that
to
Oh,
doesn't
win.
mean
wow.
that doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything. That doesn't mean
I
anything.
gave away.
Okay.
I
But
gave
if I
away
had,
on
if
my
I, if,
you game.
but if I,
I
but if
said
I had,
if I
you
was
know,
a
You
betting
knew
hold on.
very well when you put that money in, you were
Yeah.
probably gonna lose.
Yeah, and I
Exactly,
said
exactly.
if I
I
was
know.
a
That's like when I
betting,
play one number roulette. Same
Okay.
shit.
then I said if I was a betting man, I got the 49ers.
Just
The
like you
49ers.
want to take Colorado minus
Then I
21
said
King.
that.
Well, give me. Well, I forgot that when we do this,
I said that. And
I
you do
forgot that
a
when we do this, Gator, we go according to the spread. I forgot you
No,
said
we
that.
don't. We don't. We don't.
We just go win or lose.
Yeah.
how we gonna
Okay, beautiful. Head
You want
49ers. I was about to
And
say,
another
let's
thing,
go.
we
You gotta give me
before you make the rest of your
Then
picks.
you want 10%. You gotta give me 10%. Gator. You want 10%, but you gotta give me 10%. You want me to give you the spread, you bet.
Oh no, we're not
For
doing
money.
spreads. No, we're not doing spreads. We're just
No,
picking straight up.
but do bet. Then straight up bets, I always win. Straight up bets, I always win.
We'll see. My record is really, really good this year. King's is not
not
so
better-
far. So,
not better than
before
mine.
before King makes the rest of his picks, I need to let the people know. I don't know if you see it there. King so far, the CEO is 15-17 in his picks. You are under
my
500.
God.
So we got to get this right this week, King. Let's go. You need to come back. Let's go.
Anyway,
I'll
I
be
don't
talking
know.
about
Again,
shit.
I gotta check to see if you basing these off the spread or just straight
It's
up.
not
But
straight
I,
up, straight
Straight
up.
up.
All of it straight up.
I'm straight up.
All right, so
We do.
got
Me and you
Broncos-
do a spread bet after we pick 14s to.
We got Broncos at Dolphins. Give me the Broncos.
Oh my.
Oh,
got-
you wild.
We got.
It's the first game in your wallet.
We
You
got
was balling
first-
that game.
telling you, man. Watch out for that. Watch out for that upset.
You and your
Watch out for
15
that
and
upset.
17,
Wow.
Gator,
guys.
don't
That
let him
upset.
go. Let him
That's
go.
Watch
why
out for
you're
that
15
upset.
and 17.
Let him
Watch
go.
out for that upset. Hey,
Okay,
if you're a
let's
betting
go.
man, take the underdogs, Broncos. You know, like take the
No
underdogs.
No
Oh,
Take
point.
the underdogs.
Oh,
No
Take
point.
the underdogs.
The
If you're a betting
Dolphins
man,
at
take
home.
When we
the
do this,
Broncos.
Dolphins
to
home opener. Dolphins home opener.
win. Take the
No
Broncos to win
points.
Sunday. Listen, I said it. It's
Oh, we
over.
gonna win
Take
this
the
one.
Okay.
Broncos to win money line. Anyway,
let's get
if
this.
you want some extra money, I'm just saying, because you know the money line bets, when you bet on the underdog, gets you more money. The Broncos is the underdog pick this
But
week.
we not playing with no
All right.
points though.
So I'm just
No,
saying.
he
this was
means
just a
straight
side-
up.
this was
He's
just a
talking about
side note.
straight up.
This is a side note. Like the Broncos are the underdogs, and I got them to win. So it's just like
Yeah, straight up. It's a lot of
Broncos.
money.
Jaguars to beat the Texans. Patriots to beat the Jets.
Okay.
Lions to beat the Falcons. Bills to beat the Commanders. Is Derrick Henry playing?
We don't know yet. Turf toe
Yeah.
he didn't. Turf toe he didn't
Well,
practice.
they just signed him. They just signed him.
They
No,
just
no,
signed
no,
him.
no,
Who?
no.
What?
He's
Who you
thinking
talking about?
of Kareem Hunt.
No, Derrick
Huh?
Henry.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm saying Derrick Henry is dealing with the toe issue. Oh, he's healthy. Okay, he's playing. Give me Tennessee over the Browns. Derrick Henry is playing. Give me Tennessee over the Browns. Give me Ravens over the Colts. Give me Chargers over the Vikings. Give me Saints over Green Bay. Seahawks over
Yeah.
Panthers. Give me Seahawks over Panthers, Cowboys over Cardinals, Chiefs over the Bears, Steelers over the Raiders. Give me.
I like it. I like it, King. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. Just say it.
On
Just
a
say
lot
it.
of them.
No.
I'm
With the
not gonna
one
go
you're
that. Oh, you talking
on.
about this next pick?
With the
I'm
one
not
you're
gonna.
on.
I don't think I can go
Just
that
say
far.
it.
I don't
Just
think I
say
can
it.
go that far.
I don't like him
Oh.
either. I don't like him either.
The Buccaneers look really good, but I can't.
Baker
the
Mayfield
defense-
looks nice.
The defense is looking stout. Baker is playing really good football. Batman did call that. Batman called Baker playing good
Balling.
football this season. But I'm taking the Eagles on the
Ooh.
road at Tampa
Eagles
over the
gonna-
Buccaneers.
This one's weird because we don't know what the Joe Burrow thing's looking like. I don't think
And
he's gonna play.
If Joe Burrow plays, give me
If
Bengals.
he do play, he's gonna play hurt in that regular go out.
Give me Joe Burrow over the
No,
Rams if he
King.
play.
No, over who?
If he play, the Rams. The Rams.
Oh my God.
Give me Bengals over the Rams.
Okay,
If Joe Burrow
screenshot
plays.
that.
Better than
Let's
that.
make sure. There's
I
an
got you.
asterisk.
I'm gonna do the
There's
same
an
thing.
asterisk.
I'm gonna do the same
If Joe
thing.
Burrow don't play,
That's fair.
give
That's
me the
fair. You got
Rams.
the Rams. Okay, that's
Okay.
fair. That's fair. That's
Okay.
fair. Yeah, that's his
That's
pick.
mine.
Screenshot it,
That's
and we're gonna
that's
go
my
to
pick.
Gator, who is leading.
I can't see that.
Is leading, and just so you know, my record is 23-9 on my
You gotta
picks
do-
this
you
year.
wanna
What's
skip?
my record?
0 and
You
0.
just started. You're 0-0.
Yeah, you don't got a percentage yet.
You're technically you're 1-0 because you had the
One and
49ers.
you're 100% right now. Yes, you're 100% right now. So I had the Niners, obviously.
I mean,
And yo, King, you can fact check it. You can go back in our pick streams.
Here, let
I'm
me-
keeping track on it. I added another Google Docs. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the Google Docs?
I just
I had
sent you the Batman. I just sent the message so you can see
I got something.
if you want. Tap into that, and when you tap into that, you should be. Go ahead, Gator. Say your picks.
Yeah, I'm 23-9. So if you're a betting man this weekend, go with my picks, not Kings. Hey, you're gonna lose money. Let's go. Dolphins, Jags.
23-9. Wow, that's good.
Dolphins, Jags.
You, but let me.
Dolphins,
And
Jags.
so just turn. All you got to do is turn the volume down all the way on your phone.
I want to see your picks. I don't.
Yeah, just click you there now. Click on the video. Golly, you know he old school.
It's
right,
in the
yo?
blue.
Hey.
My picks are in the blue. I'm gonna go Jets here at home.
The King. Just know what you do. No
Falcons on the road. Bills on the road. Browns at home. Ravens at home. Chargers on the road. Saints on the road. Seattle, Dallas, Chiefs, Raiders at home.
Against the
Buccaneers. And same thing. If Joe Burrow plays,
Steelers.
Bengals.
Buccaneers.
I do not believe in this Philly team. Listen, I'm looking at the camera. I'm 23-9 in my picks. All your money on the Buccaneers this weekend. +5, money line, whatever you want. First touchdown score, Mike Evans. Let's do this.
Now,
These fraud Eagles. I'm telling you, man.
Can y'all run down my line again? Because Gator is trying to challenge me because I knew the 49ers was going to beat the Giants.
We gave the
So-
we gave you the Niners. We gave you the Niners. We gave you the Niners. We gave you the
Thank
Niners.
you very much.
We did.
Yeah,
Now,
we gave you
run down a pick again for me. Now, what against Gator? Gator picked his picks, right, King? On the
Yeah.
big door. On the big door. Then Gator pick his picks.
I
He
did.
picked.
Just now.
Said King, you picked your picks, right?
I did.
Now, let me pick my picks again because I want to go against y'all. I said I want to go last.
You picked
Now-
your picks, dude.
No, give me a line.
Wait, what?
Yo, we got another show coming on after us, and it's only about 20 seconds left before 7:30. We gotta wrap it.
We got your picks. Well, you want me to screenshot them for you?
Yeah,
I'll
picks and
screenshot them
status
for you.
And that was another beautiful episode of Under Big Dogs where we deliver.
Wait, real quick. Yo, King, our bet. What you mean? We went 1-3.
Oh,
we
we
need to redeem ourselves. We went 1-3 last week.
Okay,
we are
okay, we
4-4. Me and King
We gotta
do
do
this thing where we give you 4 spreads to take on the week. We are 500 on the year. So we're starting fresh. Who you like? I'll give you my first one, then you give me one. I like the Dolphins -6.5 at home.
So that's
home
your
opener.
lock. That's your lock.
Yeah.
Dolphins -6.5 is your lock for people to make the bet on. Take the Dolphins -6.5. They're going to win by 7 points or more against the Broncos at home. That's Gators lock. I hate that pick.
I know it doesn't
Got
matter.
100 on that.
I
Okay.
hated your Packers pick last week too, so it's okay.
Okay.
Gator has to eat.
Wait, no, but the Packers covered though.
Oh,
Because the Packers.
no, they didn't
it was
cover.
one
It was
point.
one.
It was
It was a
one
push.
point.
It was
Yeah,
a
so
push.
let's
It was
do
a
that.
push. It was
Yeah,
a
let's
push.
Do that.
It was a
Do
push.
that. I didn't lose anybody.
You're right. You're right.
If
You're
my
right.
Giants are, you'll be just as sad as my Giants were. Hey, y'all have a good.
I wanted to. My other lock would have been Niners.
Hey, Batman, you are interrupting a very important segment right now, sir.
We're trying to make money.
Listen, and
A
no
very
matter
important segment right there.
What's your other lock? I mean, what's your?
All right.
My other lock would have been the Niners. I'm actually tight about that. But go ahead.
All right. My lock this week. Yikes, man.
The
This is
lines
not
are
an easy
tough.
week. This is not an easy week. This is not an easy week to make a lock pick this week. I'm gonna go with the Lions as my lock
Wow, 3.5.
pick. Minus
Over who?
3.5 over the Falcons. So take the spread
Wow.
Dang.
with the Lions. Take the spread.
Can I
with
get
the
in on
Lions.
this?
My other lock, yeah. He'll be the
Minus
5th.
3.5.
We'll give you one. Oh, you don't have the spreads up though. You don't even know what the
I
spreads
don't
are.
care about the spreads.
That's what we doing.
That's what we're doing.
No, I know we do. But
Go ahead, Gator. What's your
My
lock?
other lock is the Cowboys -12.5 again, -12 against the Cardinals.
I can't do that. Wow.
do that. That's stupid. Now,
My
that's-
other lock is the Los Angeles Chargers plus
I like that one. I
against-
I like
against
this
the
bet. The Lions one's a little scary to me. I think the Falcons can win that game outright, but that's the bet. Put that in under Big Dog Nation if you like to bet.
Yo,
Put
that's
those 4
gonna hit.
teams.
Right
That's gonna
now.
hit. I don't know about the
That
Lions,
Dolphins-
but
that Dolphins one though. That Dolphins.
who,
no,
that
the
was
Broncos
a
just
win.
lost at home to the Commanders.
Where's my bet against both of y'all? Give me
All right. Another beautiful edition, another beautiful show on the Big Dogs today. Where we give the fans the topics and they give us the debates. We give the fans the topics and they talk about it, they debate it, they deliberate it, and that's what we love. That's what this platform is for. All right. Thank you to our guests that always join, whether you're watching, commenting on the channel, or if you join the show. We welcomed in Batman today on yet another show. Thank you, Batman, for joining the show. Even though you came on here as a wrecker, like just straight wrecked the show. Like
No,
we
I
got
thought it was
topics going on.
good. I thought it was good. What do you mean?
It was a good energy. I'm not disputing that. He still wrecked the show.
Hey, that's point. Listen. That's what the show's gonna be about, right? You find your topic, you come in, and some topics might last longer than others because of that very moment. So we'll get those topics in next week, no problem. Thank you, Batman, for showing up today. I was gonna wear my Niners shirt.
49ers.
I was gonna wear my Niners shirt, but it is in the wash. I was tight about it.
Purdy is the truth.
Peace
Purdy's
out,
the
everybody. See y'all on Monday.
See y'all.
We love
Purdy's
y'all
the
under big
truth.
dogs.
Purdy's the truth.
Monday,
You heard it
baby.
here first. Monday we back with all that fun stuff. Monday night football.